What was the funniest thing that you heard someone say in public? A pregnant woman at Walmart talking to a cashier said, "Yeah, I'm getting a DUI after this one. No more kids." Of course she meant IUD, but the lady didn't correct her and I died laughing. Maybe it was pregnancy brain. Grocery store. I know how to buy eggs, Diane. I've done it before. I could not stop saying this for the rest of the day. I was a real joy to be around. Walking down the sidewalk and get stuck behind some old ladies. We pass a bar and one of the ladies said I used to do so much cocaine in there and they all laughed. Two random girls talking in a pharmacy parking lot in Vermont. Girl 1, is it big? Sorry for asking, I'm curious. You've been though this like 5 times already, and I never had to. Girl 2, no, it's a normal size pill and thanks for making me feel like a whore. She was asking about the morning after pill. A middle-aged man and a phone call in a hospital cafeteria. They did an autopsy on me and were waiting for results. I mean a biopsy. I'm not dead yet. I'm on a bus and an elderly lady gets on, but she can't find her bus pass. The driver lets her go sit down so she can look for it. So she's rummaging through her big old purse mumbling, "Can't find my bus pass, guess I forgot my bus pass." Then suddenly she pulls out a glass object, smiles to herself and says, "But I didn't forget my crack pipe." While at Disney World, chilling on the big white Tom Sawyer boat, we heard a kid say to his mom, "Hey mom, do you think I know what a cannibal is?" That phrasing is so funny to me, it's stuck with me ever since. Not really in public because he was a temporary coworker of mine, but in making small talk he mentioned that his son was looking at colleges to go to. So I asked him if his son was a junior or a senior. And he said no. I named him after my dad. That was years ago, and I still have no idea how to respond to that. Guy at a pet store feeds a goldfish to a tank full of turtles. Turtles go nuts. Me, wow, do they always get this excited about food? Guy, I don't know, I don't work here. I was teaching a 5-year-old drum lessons at a studio, and I wrote the word rhythm on the board. Pointing at it, I asked him if he knew how to say this word. He stared at it for 5 seconds and said, "I can't read." People constantly tell me how their kid has done a complete 360, meaning a 180 with improved whatever. Overheard a conversation about people talking about rich people and weird foods, and eventually they started talking about oysters. One of them remarked, "Well, if you want to eat boogers out of rocks, you gotta be rich." I was walking along 10th Street in Brooklyn when a man walked by on his phone and all I caught of his conversation was, "I don't know. I've never owned a fucking giraffe before." Went to see Thor Ragnarok and was seated next to a mother and teenage son. After the Hulk fight when Hemsworth is topless, the following exchange happens in hushed tones, but sitting next to them I could hear, "Mom, oh yummy son. Mom shhhhhhh mom. What son? That's embarrassing, stop being gross mom. Why exactly did you think I was watching this?" Guy next to me at a urinal farted once and loudly says, "Sometimes when it rains it thunders." I stole it. I lived in Amsterdam at the time, a city widely known for all adults and most children having a fluent command of English. Was walking behind a group of American tourists speaking English, saying, "You know what the coolest thing about being in Europe is? You won't speak to each other and no one understand a word we're saying. We can say anything we want." Was amazingly dense and pretty funny. I was riding my bike and passed by a guy going the opposite way on a unicycle. As we passed he said, "Fucking two-wheeler." Guy walks by with a bag of food, another guy said, "Hey, you get me anything?" Dude stops, says, "Yeah, I got you a 2-piece," and raised both fists. They both Hina laughed. Two guys walking out of a bathroom at a baseball game. Dude 1, "You didn't wash your hands?" Dude 2, "No, I was holding my dick, not diddling my ass." Dude Jazz singing "Better Find a Bathroom Before I Shit My Pants" while skipping along at the Botanical Garden in Hawaii. We didn't hear it in person, but our dad caught it on our VHS camcorder and we wore out the tape rewinding it and laughing for years.